there, and welcome to the Martin Garner Centre. This is the outdoor education building, and normally this would be a place which is really busy with lots and lots of things going on. My name is Owen Bate. I'm head of outdoor education at Solihull, and I'd love this opportunity to tell you a little bit about some of the things that we offer. So if you'd like to come a bit closer. Now, on open morning, normally we'd have tents and we'd have pupils doing all sorts of things, cooking, camping, navigating, but clearly this is a little bit different. So I'd like to show you a little bit, as best I can here, about the provision of outdoor education at Solihull. It is one of the big six. Outdoor education has a real focus, a real emphasis, and this is all the way through the school, starting in the third form and all the way up to the upper sixth form. Now, in terms of some of the things we've got here, I've got a few props so I don't forget anything. We have sailing club, and the sailing club sails most Saturdays at a local reservoir, and they compete nationally, and they go down to the south coast as well, and compete in regattas down there as well. So it's thriving, and that's just a little bit of the sailing club that I brought here. We have our boats, which are obviously not on site. In the third form, we have something called terriers. And if you were down here on a Thursday, after break in the term time, the place would be absolutely awash with our third formers, our year sevens, wearing their red fleeces and doing all sorts of different activities, such as first aid. That's one of our mannequins. We have lots and lots of things. What else do we have here? We have circus skills, we do water safety, we do map reading, and in fact over here, don't know if you can see, is our timetable for the first half of the year. We just started the second timetable when lockdown happened, and we do things such as map work, mission. It's a little bit, Terriers is a little bit like the Scouts or the Guides, if you like. It's been going for a long time, and mission is a sort of miniature Duke of Edinburgh award expedition where we take our year sevens out into Warwickshire, and they have to navigate, and they have the challenge of getting to the end of it. Emergencies, because it's also about life skills as well, and how you cope in an emergency. Bicycle maintenance, safe cycling, so the PTA very kindly allowed us to purchase 6 bicycles, and we have pupils out and about learning safe cycling skills. Communication, which is the phonetic alphabet and using CB radios. First aid I've mentioned. Mountain craft, water safety using our pool, which is life-saving. How to tie knots, and then they have tests halfway through the year. And then the second half, they do lots of other different things, such as campfires, tents, building shelters, advanced or more advanced cycling, so on and so forth. So Terriers is the start of it in the third form in year 7. Terriers sets the scene for the shell form, year 8, where all of our pupils have the opportunity to go up to North Wales, up to Snowdonia, to our mountain cottage, which is absolutely amazing. It's in the heart of Snowdonia in the mountains, and pupils there do all sorts of different activities for a whole week. And it's about appreciating the landscape, and it's about doing outdoor education, but it's also about doing teamwork and working together, and doing chores and washing up and doing all those things that really helps the group bond together. And that's in the shell form, that's in year 8. Also in year 8, the pupils have the opportunity to enrol with the combined cadet force. And here we have the army section, and again, this is the headquarters. This is where pupils would parade on a Monday after school. And you might be able to see behind me some of the uniform, some of the army kit that we have, because we have lots of weekends away, lots of camps. Pupils go shooting. We have an armory just down this corridor to my right, and there are huge amounts of opportunities that the pupils have. So that's the combined cadet force, which again, the school is very, very proud of. It's been going here for a long time. We parade, for example, at St. Alphege on Remembrance Sunday. And it's, yeah, it's a key part of the school. I found this before. This is our, I don't know if you can see that, the RAF summer camp from last year, because when pupils are a little bit older, they have the opportunity to enroll with the RAF cadets. And this means they have the opportunity to go flying. And usually that's at RAF Cosford. Again, an absolutely incredible opportunity. And the only other bit I've got here for the cadets, but the whole building contains lots and lots of things, are just some of the badges that they can work towards. And they have the rank system, rank structure, which they can use to develop their leadership skills. And that's a really, really important part of it. Doesn't matter if they don't want to go into the forces, it's the leadership part of it which is so important and impressive. So that's the cadets. That starts in the shell form, and again that goes all the way through. In the fourth form, pupils have the opportunity to enrol for the Duke of Edinburgh Award, and we have many. We have typically about 90 pupils that get involved. And this is a really big, I'm sure you've all heard of it, award for young people, which again is about personal development. It offers the expedition section, which is key here. So we have tents and we have stoves and we have training on survival and first aid and all of those sorts of things. Again, that happens at bronze level. But then they have a practice, they have an expedition, and we go all over the place. We go all over the country to lots of different places. But the expedition is one part of it. They also have to do some volunteering. They also have to do a skill, it's called. And they also have to do some sort of physical challenge as well. So those four components make up the Bronze Duke of Edinburgh Award. In year 10, many carry on and do their silver award. And then in the sixth form, many will do the gold. And we typically have about 40 or 50 who complete the gold, which is a really big number. And also at gold level, you have an extra section, which is a residential section. And we have pupils who go abroad, who go all over the UK, doing lots of wonderful things for their residential section, that part of the Gold DofE Award. And hopefully they'll complete all of it, and then they'll get to go down to the palace and pick up their bit of paper, their certificate and their badge, which means so much. So DofE is a really big thing here. Again, that's from the fourth form, year 9, all the way through to the upper 6th. The other thing which the older pupils get the opportunity to do is take part in a biannual expedition. And the expeditions that have happened here, the overseas expeditions, have always been very, very ambitious. I found just a few photos to put up. These are from Norway, which was a few years ago. Most of the expedition stuff is somewhere else in school. And further around to the left, we have photos of, this is the Yukon, and this is Martin Garner, who the building, an ex-colleague, is named after, who did so much for outdoor ed at the school. So that was an incredible trip. I was on that one, and that involved a 900-kilometre paddle canoe down the Yukon over about 9 days, going downstream, camping, being bear aware, being trained in all of those sorts of aspects of survival, as well as a big trek at the start as well over the Pacific Mountains from the coast of Alaska into Canada, and then we had this kayak north. And 2 years before Alaska and the Yukon, we went to Ladakh and the Himalayas in northern India. So the biannual expedition represents the absolute peak of outdoor education at Solihull. We have the mountain club as well, which last year involved climbing competitions against other schools, and also trips to sort of local, day trips to kind of local areas such as the Peak District. So all of that, all the things I've spoken about, starting with terriers in the 3rd form, Snowdonia School in the Shell form, the DofE in the 4th form, and cadets as well in the shells moving forwards, the CCF, the Army section and the RAF section, and sailing. I hope I've not forgotten anything else. All of those things are part of this big pyramid that ultimately ends with, hopefully, participation in one of these big expeditions, which are absolutely amazing adventures. I hope that gives you a taster of outdoor education and the provision that your children can have when they come to Solihull School. Thank you for listening. If you'd like to know more, then please look at the Open Morning webpage, and my email address is on there. Please email me and I'll do my best to answer your questions. Thank you ever so much for listening, and take care.